Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are swatching 10 of my favorite blues. Now this is going to be a fun series. I'll be kind of mixing these in with comparisons. I actually have a Hooker's Green comparison coming very soon. I'm just waiting on one more paint color, so I was like, well, you know what, we'll work with this. I have tons of blues in my watercolor collection. I actually need to do a watercolor collection video, but I'm scared to do it. But we're going to swatch my 10 favorite. Now, some of these are favorites by the way the brand specifically formulates them. Others, it's just a favorite color. But we're going to look at these 10 today. We're going to swatch them out. Kind of, just chat about what makes them my favorite, what I use them for. And then, of course, I am reopening my Etsy store. I had forgot to say that in my last video. Now, as you know, I used to do what I used to call fat dot cards. Those are back. However, we've revamped it because I used to do these individually stamped dot cards and it was tedious. So, the new design is here. In fact, one of the paints that will be featured today, so I guess we gave that away, is right here. Now, you can order an entire sheet. So if you want to order all 10 of these actual paints, they will be up on the Etsy store. I will leave a link in the description below. But you can actually order all 10 and fill out your sheet. Each sheet comes with 8 or 10 swatches, depending on what you want to do. If you only want to order a single card, you can still order a single card. These would just be cut out, but they'll always look like this. Now, if you order the 10 sheet, obviously it'll be a little smaller, but you'll notice here, there's this little piece of wax paper. Well, that's glued to here, and once it dries, this whole cardstock bad boy will go to you, but when it gets to your house, you can actually pull this off, put it in the freezer, and then you can pop this little guy out and put it into your paint palette. So you're not working off of these sheets because these are fat dots, by the way. This is the average size of a fat dot. It's bigger than what you get in a quarter pan of paint. And I do that with all my fat dots. But this makes it so I can actually produce these faster. And like I said, you'll have the option of doing full sheets. And you know how I do my color comparisons? Well, you'll be able to order a full sheet at a discounted rate because obviously if you're ordering a whole sheet, it'll be a little cheaper. But like if I do 20 sap greens, which I'm going to go back and add to the store, so be patient. I'll be slowly restocking based on the new design. It's going to take me a while. But I will have 20 dot card sheets filled out and you'll get all 20 ready to go. So it's kind of exciting to reopen that. I missed doing it. I was just trying to find a way to make it more efficient, I guess. Okay, so let's get started because I know we don't have all day. So I'm going to just swatch each one and talk about it a little bit, but of course we need to let them dry as well. Okay, so Schminke Dark Blue, which is PB60. Yes, I'm going out of the lines. Yes, I do not care. I'm also swatching wet to dry. Now, if this isn't your jam, that's okay. You don't have to swatch that way. I just swatch this way because this is how I paint. You should always swatch how you paint. All right, next up we have M. Graham's Ultramarine PB29. I don't care if I go out of the lines, that'll just help you check the opacity, right? All right. Okay, Mission Gold Cerulean. This is PB15-3. Oh, I love that color. And don't worry, we will get to what is my favorite at the end. Okay, Mission Gold Indian Throne Blue. This is PB60. Probably thinking, what's with all the Mission Golds, right? Well, I actually really enjoy Mission Gold paints, especially their blues. Speaking of which, Mission Gold Cobalt Blue number 2, which is PB28. Okay, now we have Turner Blue, Phthalo Blue Green Shade. This is PB15. Now, I actually have this in Roman Schmal. I like Roman Schmal a little better. I just could not find my Roman Schmal palette, which is kind of a bummer. Then we have Da Vinci Prussian Blue, PB27. Okay, Mayan Dark Blue by Daniel Smith. This is PB82. This is a color that people either really love or really don't like. Now we have Schminke Ultramarine Violet, PB15 and PB29. You're probably thinking, well, isn't this a purple? No, it's a blue. Depends, I guess, on who you ask, right? But it's a very pretty blue. Last but certainly not least, Indigo PB66 by Grumbacher. I have a full indigo comparison somewhere on my channel, and I think Prussian Blue. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know I did those two. I gotta catch up on the others. Okay, what we're gonna do is let these bad boys dry, because you should never judge a paint while wet. Okay, so as you can see, we have quite the variety of blues here. There's a few reasons I like to use these. Some are really fun for mixing. I know I did a mixing video the other day. I actually plan to do another one very soon. Speaking of which, if any of these blues here, whether it be the pigment or this actual brand, and you want to see it mixed and create a mixing chart like I'm doing in my other series, let me know. But I've got my cool blues, I've got some warm blues, and I've even got some that are a very nice granulating blue, and then of course those that are a little bit more opaque than others. So why are these all my favorite? Well, they're versatile. I mean, look at this range here. I really don't have anything repeating. Even when you have similar pigment numbers, like PB60, PB60, these look nothing alike. So, which reminds me, I always watch my series on color names, because that's where you'll realize the name only means so much. But yeah, I will tell you right now that, you know, some of my tops in these paints are the Phthalo Blue Green Shade by Turner. I really like that color. Da Vinci's Prussian Blue, I've always been a big fan of. Schminke's Dark Blue, I love as well. The Mission Gold Cerulean Blue is really, really pretty. They also have another cerulean in their line. I always enjoy indigo. The reason I like the Grumbacher one is it kind of reminds me more of a Payne's Gray, like a bluish Payne's Gray. Same with the Daniel Smith Dark Blue. But when it comes to my absolute favorite out of these that I actually use more often than I've realized until I went back and looked at some of my paintings, I end up using the Indanthrone Blue from Mission Gold a lot. And I don't know if it's just because when it waters down, it's very pretty. When it's full concentration, it's just really luscious, but also their cerulean I tend to reach for a lot. So those are my 10 favorite blues. They will be up in my store. You can either purchase the cards separately or get yourself a sheet. I will have a sheet of all 10 as well, and that way you can buy the whole sheet if you want. I'm trying to figure out how to organize the store though with these, so bear with me as I kind of navigate the complexities of doing this new method. But thank you so much for hanging out with me for another little top 10. I'd love to know your top favorite blues and why. What do you use them for? Do you mix them? I do florals, so obviously I use these a lot, either for berries, actual petals, but more importantly, mixes. I use blues a lot for mixes. So let me know if you want to see any of these mixed, and until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.